were closest to my heart, what my desires were, somebody that I said that I can align with to do what we're going to do. Because we're going to do something really quite remarkable in the nation. And I found that John and Scotty were matches for us, and I say us because Tom on this. Tom was the Tom was the CFO for Gold Banker, and he pretty much, he got 1,000 agents or so. He pretty much ran Gold Banker. So to find this as a business partner for what we're about to do between John and Scotty and the brand Keller Williams and what Tom Omnis's background brings, I'm really excited about where we're going as a team. And so anyways, I appreciate, that's kind of my background story.
I think that gives me a good idea of where we're coming from and where we're at today. I'm going to dive into the Excelsior Group. You've actually shared with me there's actually a meaning of the Excelsior Group that I think is pretty it really defines what you're doing. So tell me a little bit about that on the Excelsior Group, and maybe share with me a little bit more about what that vision looks like for you.
Sure.
Because I do agree, the quest that you're setting out for, and that I know you're quite determined to hit it, and I'm confident that you will hit it, is to be the number one. And I'll keep the teaser there and let you go.
So the Excelsior in Latin means ever upward, upward, ever upward. Meaning that we're always striving, we're always growing as people. And that is, we talk about accountability. Liz was saying that, I think, some people in the room had talked about the word accountability. And that's, what's the limit on our personal production, what we can do as individuals. And, when I did, my last year was about 40 million in production. And, the goal as a realtor was, how do I back into 100 grand every 30 days? What's the limit for any of us? It was just, what? We're doing 10 grand a month and 25 grand a month. We're going, can we do $100,000 every 30 days? Once we did it for 3 years, our goal then was to say, could we do $1 million every 30 days as a realtor, as a team? Well, that's what we're looking at doing now, is to say, but it takes a team. I believe you're either leading a team or you're on a team, one or the other. And this culture here was actually a really good fit for what I wanted to do. And so, the Excelsior Group, it's not about me. It's really about, like my good friend Chad. If I talk about too long, I'll cry. And I'm so proud of what he's done, and other agents that I've worked with. Liz is a longtime friend. Laura Schuchart, we're becoming friends, who have you, and Brandy. And I've got a lot of people here I've known for some time. And I guess. And you know what? It's really about Tiffany. Tiffany just joined us from Gold Banker, and John Weinzerl. Correct pronunciation, John?
Got it.
Your last name. And so it's a team of people that we're putting together, and it's about personal development, leadership. It's what the Excelsior Group is about. It's not about more marketing or what have you. It's really so much more about personal development, people of character, and that we're looking to build. And we're finding out: are you a leader? Are you a leader? Right? And saying that can we grow people who have leadership qualities, and that's what our mission is. We have a big goal. Can one team do 1 billion in sales? Right? There's another company, another gentleman we met with, John and I and Scotty and Tom were recently at a mega convention, so to speak, with about 75 agents. There's a gentleman there in Atlanta who's going to do 1 billion in sales. It was good to hear that, because it doesn't mean we're crazy. It just takes a certain amount of people. As an agent to say, can you back into 100 grand every 30 days, right? Without working yourself to death. What's it take? It takes a team, it takes systems, it takes lead generation, but personal development, really good systems, really good. I have an MD, or a master delegator. I just find people to do, right, Tom?
Yes.
Tom's doing it.
And beautiful. But somebody's got, what Kennedy said back in the 1960s, in 10 years we're going to go to the moon. People had never thought we could. It's as foreign as saying we're going to put a city under the ocean. It was as foreign as that. We're going to get to the moon. People thought it was a crazy vision. But why can't a team do 1 billion in sales? There are people around the country doing 100 million, 200 million. Why not that? Why can't we do that? It's just leadership, systems, quality, and as John was talking about, what's really important to me is that we take it, take every listing we take, we sell, no matter what the economy is. There's a good friend of mine, Tom Kelly, he's where I came from. Tom has been selling 80-something% of inventory every year, no matter what the economy was like. If he took the job, he took that listing, he sold that listing almost at the same time. And my friend Chad, I think we're 26-0 right now, 26 listings, and I say she pitch for the Cubs. Go Cubbies, right? Wait.
No,
Oh, sorry.
wrong office.
So it's focusing on mastery, and that's what I understand from the years I've known about Keller Williams, from what I believe the Excelsior Group is going to be, mastery, but the right people in the right positions and recognizing talent, and that's what we're building.
I think that's amazing. And so you've kind of shared a little bit about the vision and kind of a little bit about the what and identifying those people that are the right fit for that. Let me ask you, if I'm working on my own business and I'm in the organization with you and I see somebody start sprinting that 4-minute mile, if you will, what should I expect to happen to my own business just by being in the environment with you? If I'm in business right now, what should I expect?
The question I'm trying to, what should you expect if you're in business?
If I get to be in the environment with an organization and an individual who's thinking as big as $1 billion in sales, how is that going to impact me?
Well, the magic of thinking big, I think that should be required reading for every child, right? Because what happens is we maybe think big. One day I'll be a what as a kid. One day I'll be this, and then we become adults. We start to shrink in our thoughts. We start coming up with limitations. Self-imposed limit. I can't do that. That won't work. Prejudging what will work and what will not work. And it becomes infectious, negative, positive. And again, going back to John and Scotty, I wanted people who were thinking big. And so I wanted an environment for people like that. My friend Mark Hill, he's the best looking 50-something-year-old I know. I know that. Yeah, he's the best looking. But you know what? I really like Mark. I like what he's done. I like what he's building. And to be around those people, to be infectious. I think that's the why I chose this environment. This company, this individual was because of it's infectious.
First of all, I very much appreciate that, but I feel compelled to defer that compliment because the environment is really created by all of the individuals that are in this room right now specifically. And so I've gotten a few congratulations and a few that's awesome and this is great for the organization. And, guys, you're the reason. You're the reason that this environment is in a position to facilitate something like a team doing $1 billion in sales. And I've got I think of the phrase from the Napoleon Hills, think and grow rich, and I've shared this a few times over the last month or two, and it's really striking home to me, is that whatever a man conceives and believes he can achieve. And so what I know that just happened right now is that we've conceived a number of $1 billion in sales, and I know that you believe it, and I know I believe it, and I hope that you guys believe it. Because it's going to be achieved, and that's the exciting piece. And that thinking big is going to impact all of us in such a massively positive way that I'm extremely excited for it. And exactly how that's going to impact your business, I don't know yet. I don't know what that looks like, but
Energy.
I would agree.
The energy alone, just already you can feel the energy.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And unfortunately, that's the hard thing for me to quantify, isn't it? But you can feel it, I can feel it, right? And at the end of the day, I end up seeing it in the business. It goes in the right direction. So I'm really excited about that, guys. So I wanted to formally welcome you to the organization. Ryan mentioned, he's got with him today his lovely wife Karen, who's been supporting them. Tom Nomnus, who's been putting it all together.
Dan's part of our team. so
Dan
wonderful.
Wiggs is also helping out quite a bit, excited about his participation in the business. And the first two, I'd say the patriarch and the matriarch, and actually I'd say patriarch, the patriarch of the team, and then the first individual that's come aboard with the vision, and then the second is with us today too. Chad, I know, is going to be a part of the group, Jonathan, and then also Tiffany. So excited to have you guys as well. So, So guys, you know, as I was kind of bragging on you there a little bit, I haven't kept it to myself, just so you know. I've been bragging on you guys throughout the entire organization of Keller Williams and beyond, and somebody caught wind of that. Some of you guys know Russ Nolte, and so he had a little message for us that I thought I'd share with you guys at the team meeting, and I think we might have a response, but I don't know. So let's see what he's up to, because I want to see what he's got to say for us here.
Keller Williams Realty West. This is Russ Knowlton, team leader at Keller Williams St. Louis in Kirkwood, Missouri. Your team leader's been bragging about you all year and all the listings that you're taking. So we're issuing you a challenge. For the month of May, if you can take more listings than Kirkwood takes, we're buying you drinks, and we're going to even serve them at a happy hour second week of June. On the flip side, should you underperform our market center, we're going to ask you to buy our drinks. Talk to your team leader, talk them into this. It's a listing throwdown, courtesy of Keller Williams.
Do we accept?
Tell him to put on his apron.
I think he was wearing it.
Secondly?
So, what do you guys think? I don't know.
Heck yeah.
Go for it, John. Challenge accepted.
Booyah.
So do you think maybe we should record a message for Kirkwood today? You guys all right with that?
Yeah.
So what do you want us to say?
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Booyah!
Bring it on.
So what do you guys want to say?
Put your aprons on.
Put your aprons on.
Challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Make mine a double. And I would like fries with that.
I'll say challenge accepted. Put your aprons on. And then this is what if we could all
We
do
love
this.
Dom Perignon. Who's he?
It's the most expensive place that we can have this at. I don't know. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, really. That sounds great.
Put your aprons on. Why don't we all, and then we all do this. I'm in, are you? Is that cool?
Okay.
Is that cool? So that way, then he'll be able to share that at his team meeting, right? All right.
Write it on the board so we don't mess it up.
Yeah. You know, we need scripts. Scripts. We work off scripts.
When I'm done with it, this should be a real quick. Booyah! Challenge accepted. Put your aprons on, and then I'm in. Are you? You guys got that? Is that easy? Do I really need to write that? So all I need you guys, do you want to test this one?
You need to say we're in, because isn't it weird?
I like that. All right, I'm in. All right, so I'll basically say challenge accepted, put your aprons on, and then at that time, we're in, are you?
And I like the fingers too.
Yeah. We're gonna get everybody here, right?
Yeah.
All right. You can go 1, 2, 3. Keller Williams Kirkwood, we got your challenge and we accept. Put your aprons on. We're in. Are you? I didn't take it. All right, guys. I'll tell you. I asked Shelly Clark to be here. She's one of our. It's all good. So it's working. All right. So I asked Shelly to be here today too. Tell me a little bit about what you're up to with Cardinal Surveying and what we can do to support you.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Shelley.
So, just so that you guys know, I know that your market is growing and it's fast paced. Ours is getting ridiculous. Our goal for last month was to increase by 10%. We actually increased by 25%. And I will tell you, based off of the amount of lead time that we have to do the surveys, that the market is quick and you gotta respond fast, and that the timelines that you guys are dealing with must be insane, because we've only got like 3 days to get a survey done and you're closing by the time I get it to you. So I know that the lead time isn't there and that it's a do or die situation, and of course, we're more than happy to help you guys out with that, and we're excited because as you guys know, with Regency, it is just a seamless process and we enjoy your support. And I do want to let you guys know the survey work order form had a couple changes made to it, just so that you guys know how to communicate with us. On that form, they now have a comments line. So if you have a special request, like, Shelley, my buyer wants to be there when you're doing the survey, please call him with his phone number. Instead of you guys trying to remember to tell the title gals and then the title girls remembering to tell us and trying to arrange all that, you can put it right on that comments line and we'll make sure it happens. Also, we love the notes that say, hey Shelley, don't jump the 6-foot vinyl fence that has the padlock on it because there's Rottweilers in the backyard. Those are just as valuable. So, but utilize that line because it is that direct communication that keeps everybody on the same path, and it makes it so that it's a smooth transaction and there isn't frustration between you and your clients. Thank you.
Brian, tell me what's going on with Regency Title.
Thank you, John. I want to welcome the council group and anybody else that, the former council group, and anybody else that's joined the office. Regency Title has had a wonderful couple of months. May, as a matter of fact, looks like last year we did 83 closings in this office. Looks like we're over 100 scheduled so far for May. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. Thank you all very, very much for the support. I want to give you a little history about Regency Title for some of the newer people. Regency Title is, but is not a new company. About 9 or 10 months ago, the owners of this market center, Kirkwood and Southwest, all collectively joined a joint venture with Title Partners to form Regency Title. Title Partners has been in business since 2001. And Regency Title, along with Title Partners, is underwritten by the #1 financially stable underwriter in the country, in Old Republic. So if you have company or customers that are concerned about dealing with a newer company, it is, but it is not a newer company. If you ever have any questions, we're obviously in this office. Be happy to meet with you individually, answer any questions you might have or any concerns. Again, I want to thank you for the business and appreciate all the business in the future. Thank you. They want to ask me, I'm also president of a breast cancer foundation locally that puts on several events throughout the year. Next Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, we're holding the Caring for a Cause for the 9th annual year, or for the 9th consecutive year. It's a 5K, 1 mile, and children's mad dash that benefits a program that provides assistance for breast cancer patients in St. Charles County. To date, we're actually going to submit or present a $40,000 check this year to the SSM St. Joseph Foundation, marking $345,000 we've donated to that organization.
Wow.
in the last
Very
year.
cool.
So, and if you have any questions about that, go to karensfoundation.org. Again, it's the local breast cancer foundation made up entirely of volunteers. We appreciate all the support. We have a number of local realtors, including Edwina. The St. Charles County Association of Realtors is also one of our sponsors, so we get a lot of great support from the community. So, thank
Great
you.
job.
Thank you.
So we have a few minutes here that I want to go ahead and highlight a few things on the calendar. First of all, did you hear? So, what do you guys think about the calendar? That's pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah. Can you say thank you for the calendar? It's
very cool.
Pretty awesome. I don't know what she's eating. right, so basically, you know, as you can see, today's going on Power Day. What I wanted to share with you for today, if you care to join us throughout the remainder of the day, actually the next couple hours, there's lunch right outside at the front door. Don't hesitate, jump in, grab a bite, and if you like, come on back in. I'll share with you ways to go ahead and do over $10 million in production without compromising one of the 4 areas where I see most realtors compromise. That first thing that most folks will compromise is the consistency of lead generation. In the absence of that, if they're not compromising that, then they might compromise their customer service. If they're not compromising both of those, then they might compromise their time with their family. And that 4th area that I see individuals compromise is their sleep, or a combination thereof. Some of you got some baggy eyes. Joking. But nevertheless, there's a real way to go ahead and accomplish your goals without compromising those 4 things. If you care to join me, we'll have a discussion about that. Roughly 12:30, we'll kind of get kicked off, and then we should be done with that no later than 2 o'clock. The other thing that I really have to just promote every single week because it's so powerful, aptly named Power Hour, every Tuesday and Friday. Jonathan, that was your first time being in here this morning for a Power Hour. What was your experience?
It was awesome. I mean, you got 2 appointments set up. I contacted 7, 10 people or so. And you know, it's very motivating. And being in the room with, you know, everybody's on the call, just, you know, listening to him make a couple calls, and I picked up a couple things. So
Cool. Good. So we invite all of you guys in at the Power Seasons and Thursdays. The next major event we talked about is May 8th, Red Day. So I know that a few individuals will be able to participate in the room building. We're going to go ahead and try to do everything that we can to help all of you guys participate in it virtually. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but I'd love you guys to see the dollars that you're bringing in, what that's impacting. And by the way, can I congratulate you guys? Does anybody know how much you guys were able to go ahead and generate and pledge today in 40 minutes?
$910.
So you might have had a little bit of an insight scoop there. $910 in 40 minutes, guys. That's pretty cool in my book. So that's awesome. That leaves us about $700 shy of our goal of $3,000 to help build a room that's just amazing. So if there's anybody that hasn't contributed that would like to do so, Jack, can you raise your hand? Please turn it into Mr. Jeff. Cool. The other item that I wanted to highlight here as well is Leadership Unlocked, and that's May 29th. An individual who I've got a high respect for will be coming in town to go ahead and deliver that. His name is Matt Fettick. He's out of the Philadelphia area, and the content is pretty strong. There's a flyer in here and the packet that will go ahead and highlight that a little bit more. Guys, if you care to stick around, I'd love to go ahead and work with you on making sure we go ahead and accomplish all of our goals. And actually, it's accomplishing more by doing less is the theme. So grab a bite, come on in, and we'll have that discussion. And thank you so much for your time today, guys. Congratulations.
start talking about it.
I know there
Meanie.
I tell him how to use
Watch that. I've seen that. My last strike was
Unbecoming officer on deck. Oh.
Mr. Martin.
Hey guy, how you doing?
Oh my God! So that was very nice.
Well, someone gotta do the job, you know? Someone gotta be nice.